Okay, I'm gonna take off my intake, clean it. When I did my EGR delete, there was quite a bit of soot, and I got some time off from work now, so I'm gonna burn it off with a torch. First step is take off your valve cover. You've got a T30 Torx. I don't know how many screws there are, but there's quite a few. I'm just gonna make my way around. There is one that's kind of hard to see. And then there's one more underneath this N75 valve back there, so make sure you get that one. So now that the valve cover's off, you can look at your camshaft, you can look at your lifters down there. My lobes look good. A little bit of wear on this one. This engine's still very hot, ouch. But you can see my lobes, they're good. There's a little bit of wear on this one. Still nice camber though. And the edge, so here's a good one. This guy right here, when you feel the corner, that's kind of sharp. So I'm gonna have to replace my cam eventually, but right now it's fine. This is the top of a lobe. I don't know if you can see that. That's oil. Have a look at this. That's the top of my lobe. That looks fine. Here's the side profile of that one. So, and then the lifters, they're kind of hard to see, but I'm not seeing a lot of scratches. That one's actually pressing down right now. So yeah, now we will take off. Oh, I suppose not messing with the high pressure pump. We're just gonna take off this Airbox. Might even just be able to do that because none of my stuff's bolted down. I'll probably, looks like this is bolted right there. I'll take that off and then we'll get going on the intake. It's just it's 4 6mm Allen bolts. And I've been told you can take it off without messing with the turbo or the cat. So we'll take this off. Actually, we'll just take the tube off, leave this on because that's a cheapo gasket off of eBay. We'll take off this guy. Actually, I can just slide that. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Get this crap out of the way. And this goes into the top of my valve cover. For what reason, I don't know. Yeah, I've got the zip tie mod, you can see, or at least fencing wire mod for my actuator there. I'm not going to be able to film this very well, but I'm going to try to find a mirror here. And, boy, that's dark. That's dark back there. What does this go to? That must have been my EGR. Yeah, that's all melted. Did an EGR delete, so that doesn't matter. Let me see if I can at least feel these bolts back. Yeah, I can feel one. Oh, that middle one's gonna suck. Stay tuned. I'm gonna grab a mirror. Okay, so I can't get the second bolt. I am gonna have to take off the catalytic converter. And it's just a 5mm or a 5mm Allen. This V-band clamp. Let's get a screwdriver in there and open it up. This is what that V-band looks like. It's just an Allen. And then when you take it apart, be careful because there's actually a gasket in between the catalytic converter. Let's see if I can shake this off. Okay, there's the gasket right here. You don't want to lose that. Now I'll be able to check my turbo spool shaft and oh no, that turbo's fine. There's a little bit of movement, but that's normal. Nope, that turbo's just fine. I got a little bit of play, I guess. I don't know. But now we can get to our 5mm bolts. There's actually 6mm Allens, and I might have to. I don't know if this is a charge pipe or what that is. I might have to do some maneuvering here and get rid of all this stuff so we can see what's going on. But you did have to remove the catalytic converter, at least I did. So the TDI forum was wrong about that. Let's see if I can show you my turbo. A little bit of play. Probably moves about that much side to side. We'll keep going. Just took off my airbox. There was some electrical I had to remove, and then 3 vacuum lines. And on the turbo side, where this goes into, there is a clamp which fell, but shit. That sucks. There's a clamp that fell, and I'm gonna try to find it, but it was one of these, and that was hooked right there, and that's the inlet side for the turbo. Oh, I hope I find it. I need that. I really don't want to take my bottom pan off, but I might have to. I'll just do some looking here. So the internet lied to me. I've got 3 bolts out so far, and I have 3 left. I had to take off, I don't know what you want to call this. This shiny tube. This goes to the airbox. There was a T30 Torx held in right there. Then there was 2 12mm nuts on the back. Now I'm going to take off the oil line to my turbo so I can move this line out of the way. That's the oil line, and then I should be able to get the last 3 bolts underneath the car to get the last 2. If you can see that, I've got an extension with a 6mm Allen on there. Let's see if we can get this to come out. There we go. Got 1 more bolt left and my intake will come off. It is tedious, but it's not as bad as you would think it would be. Looking, they got quite a bit of oil, so I think some of these might have been a little loose. 1 more bolt left. Well, I finally got it. That middle bolt was awful. And yeah, my intake is... It doesn't look too bad at the beginning, but then the farther in you look, it gets bigger and bigger. This side doesn't look bad at all, but I bet that pinch point's probably, I don't know, it looks pretty rough, guys. Let's start it up and get a torch going and put some air to it and burn this thing out. And now we burn it. It's done. She's clean. Ran some gas through it. Took a wire brush on a drill. I'm happy with that. There was quite a bit of stuff in there. I know that the BRMs aren't supposed to be doing that compared to the ALHs, not as bad at least, but mine was restricted. Not as much as I thought it would be, but hey, now I can say I've cleaned my intake. It should improve my miles per gallon. Hopefully this video helps you guys. I'm gonna go put this thing back together, maybe run some purple power through it, and see what I'm getting for mileage after this. Thanks.